So I'm walking. It's an interesting thing because it's like an interesting day. That's all I can say. Not doing much. Just walking from 116th Street to my friend's place in Townless Complex. That's all I can say about that. Let's see. That the Cha G